This lesson is an introduction to PowerShell for Exchange Server 2010. It doesn't aim to be a complete or comprehensive lesson about PowerShell. It's not going to teach you everything there is to know about PowerShell. It's just designed to give you a little bit of an overview and an introduction so that as we go through some of the other Exchange Server lessons, we can use PowerShell a little more often and you'll be able to understand the basic concepts of PowerShell and how they're being applied through administration of Exchange Server 2010. Now, although you've probably heard of PowerShell before, we'll just cover off exactly what PowerShell is. And basically, PowerShell is Microsoft's shell designed for system administrators. It gives us a number of things, such as an interactive shell environment. So that's the command line interface. A number of command line tools, which are also known as cmdlets. PowerShell also contains a scripting environment, some very good automation features. And the final point is that PowerShell really is the present and the future of system administration for Microsoft Server products. You really do need to know PowerShell if you're going to be an effective and skilled system administrator today and certainly in the future. So PowerShell gives us what are known as cmdlets. Now, cmdlets have a verb-noun syntax. For example, in Exchange we have the get mailbox cmdlet, the set recipient cmdlet, the add mailbox permission cmdlet, and the dismount database cmdlet. That's just 4 examples. As you can see, they all have that verb-noun syntax, which makes it very easy to understand exactly what that cmdlet is likely to do. PowerShell also gives us both the shell and the scripting environment. Now, one of the best things about PowerShell is that as you start to learn how to use the shell, you're also learning how to script in PowerShell, because a PowerShell script is very similar, if not the same, as just a series of commands within the shell environment. In fact, some of your earliest scripts will probably be based off repetitive commands that you run one after another, and you just want to automate or script for a little bit more efficiency. Now, some people don't realize that when they're administering Exchange Server 2010 through the management console, you're actually using PowerShell behind the scenes. The console is just a graphical front end to PowerShell. One of the ways you can see this is when you're completing certain tasks such as the new mailbox wizard. The console will actually show you the management shell or the PowerShell command that is being run in the background to complete your task. You can also use the console to learn a little bit more about PowerShell. So, for example, if you have the properties of a mailbox open and you make a change to those mailbox properties, a small icon appears in the lower left hand side of that dialog box, and if you double click it, you can bring up a little box that will tell you the Exchange Management Shell command that is going to be executed when you apply those changes that you've made through the GUI. Another way you can use the console to assist with your PowerShell learning is with the Exchange Management Shell command log. So this is basically just a log of all the commands that are run within your console session. You can open that up at any point and look back through the commands you've run and see exactly the PowerShell that was used behind the scenes. And when you're operating in the shell itself, you can run the cmdlet start transcript, and that will create a transcript of your entire session, saving each of your commands to a text file, which you can later use to assist you with building your scripts.